Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Motor Mike Media and I'm your host, Motor Mike. Today we're going to talk about the Honda Ridgeline. And I know a lot of people don't consider it a truck, but let's talk about everything. So it's been in two different generations, Gen 1 and Gen 2, and it just got a mid-cycle refresh. And what did they do? They made it look more truck-like. When the second generation first came out, it was basically a Honda Pilot with a bed on it. And that's okay, but it was very smooth. And a lot of people said, well, it doesn't look like a truck. And what does that mean? Well, the Honda Ridgeline is SUV based. It is an independent suspension all around with a unibody construction. Most trucks are body on frame with a solid rear axle. So it's different. There's pros and cons to everything. So they made the Ridgeline more truck-like. The front end's more bold instead of smooth. It's more chiseled. On the sides, there's different cladding you can get to make the wheel wells look a little bit different, more rugged. And the rear end, the bumper's a little bit different because it's got dual exhaust now. And that's cool. It's a nice sporty look, a little bit more rugged, more truck-like. So a lot of people don't like the Honda Ridgeline because it isn't a traditional truck. But I think it does a lot of things quite well. Here in Michigan, our roads are pretty garbage. So if you have a truck that has no load in the back, and you're going down some of these roads that are bumpy and choppy with some potholes, your rear end will bounce a little bit. It'll come out, swing a little bit. In the Honda Ridgeline, it's not like that. Like I said, it's independent suspension. So it'll sit there and absorb a lot of that, making the ride a lot smooth. So that's pretty good. If you have a smoother ride, I think it's better because most people aren't going to really use a truck for its true truck purposes on a day-to-day basis. Let's be honest. Nowadays, a lot of trucks are kind of the new family hauler, where it takes you to work, and then when you're not at work, it's taking your family or your friends the place to place. And people spend most of their time on-road instead of off-road. The Honda Ridgeline, it can fit your friends and your family and the things you need. Going into the interior, yes, it's just the Pilot dash, but it's a nice dash. Soft touch materials. At touch points is nice leather or soft materials. It has Honda's newer system in it, which is a pretty good system. They added the volume knob back, which is great. Before they had a touch-sensitive slide, you had to hit there and press it, and a lot of automakers are doing it. I'm very happy that Honda went back to a knob. Don't change that. But it's a nice place to be in. It's comfortable. Materials are nice. The steering wheel is nicely leather wrapped. Controls. Everything feels good. Feels of good quality. And that's where you're going to spend your time. You're going to be in there. The seats are comfortable. Materials are nice. It's a good place to be. Going back to exterior looks, now that they made it more truck-like, it's more desirable. Before, like I said, it looked too much like the Pilot. Now it looks a little different, which is good. You want a family resemblance, but you want to be different. You want to be unique. Going to the rear end, it folds down like a regular tailgate, but your tailgate can also swing open. It has a hinge at the bottom, and that's nice. It lets you get in closer. So if you grab something in the back, it's so much easier to do that. And there's also a trunk back there. So most people with a truck, if they throw something back there, they usually buy a tonneau cover so they can make sure their stuff's secure. You don't need to do that in the Honda Ridgeline. Standard is a trunk. It's lockable and nice and secure. And a lot of people don't know about it. When you open it, not only do you have all that space, but it also has a drain at the bottom. You can use it as a cooler. So if you're tailgating, fill it with ice. You can have fun with it. Honda does a good job at maximizing the space and thinking about what people would actually use a vehicle for. And I appreciate that. Honda uses its 3.5 liter V6, which is tried and true. It's a very good engine. It's paired to a 9-speed automatic. And overall, people said it's a pretty good vehicle. It's nice and smooth, it gets pretty good fuel economy, and the ride's great. Yes, it's not going to tow super heavy loads, and it's not going to have crazy payload, but most people just go to work Monday through Friday, and during the weekend, maybe have some projects around the house. And it can do that. If you need to tow a small trailer or a small camper, you can do it. Go to the hardware store or a landscaping place just to get some soil or some wood or whatever you need. The bed can fit that. it can fit it comfortably, and you're going to drive home comfortably. It's not going to be a crazy off-roader, but you can do, light off-roading. It's a good multi-tool. And yes, it's not a real truck, but it can do a lot of things quite well. And I think people need to give it another chance. Give it a look and compare it. Do you really need to be towing heavy loads? Are you actually going to do that? If not, the Honda Ridgeline might be the actual truck that you need. So let me know in the comments below. Do you think the Honda Ridgeline is a truck? Do you think I'm overselling it? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.